Hello and welcome to our second lecture of the chapter Introduction of DSBM subject. In last lecture we have covered what is meant by commerce and its different hindrances. On today we will cover what is meant by trade, then its classification. Along with classification we will see different advantages and disadvantage of foreign trade. So in last lecture we have seen what is my commerce is the business as activity which is concerned with the distribution of goods and services produced by the industry. This is called as commerce. Whatever manufactured by the industry that should be distributed, or these things or goods or products should be distributed to the consumer, and that the work of distribution is called as commerce. And here in the example of the commerce, here in first picture you can see a male requires bananas as well as a woman require the books, and that's why they are exchanging both things to each other, so that a man can get bananas from a lady, and lady will get books instead of or in replacement of banana. In another example you can see one man require or wants to purchase a car, and to purchase a car is he is paying a he is paying some money or cash to the car owner to purchase the car. Okay, so these are the different examples of the commerce. Now we will move towards what is meant by trade, and here you can see what is meant by trade. Trade means buying, selling, or exchange of goods or exchange of goods or the services for the money or money's worth. It is the process of buying. Whenever I buy anything from, if I have sorry if I am buying certain goods from anyone, as well as if I am selling that goods to consumer, as well as if I am exchanging that goods with the consumer for the money, then this is called as ट्रेड. अगर मैं कोई चीज़ किसी से परचेस कर रहा हूँ, या फिर वही चीज़ मैं अगर किसी को सेल कर रहा हूँ, या फिर उस चीज़ के बदले मैं किसी और चीज़ किसी से ले रहा हूँ और मेरे पास की चीज़ उसे मैं दे रहा हूँ, then it will called as a trade. Then this will called as a trade. This is the definition of trade, that is the buying, selling, or exchanging of goods called as trade. Now we will see its example. This is different examples. Here milk, a man giving a milk to the lady, and instead of milk a lady giving him a cash. In another example, one person giving a shoes instead of milk. Okay, this is the example of exchange. In another example, milk uh, is given to the consumer, and instead of milk he is giving payment through card. This is the another example of the trade. Now we will move towards the classification of trade. Trade, it is classified into two main subclasses, that is the home trade and foreign trade. Home trade is also called as internal trade, while foreign trade is called as external trade. Foreign trade is called as external trade, as well as it may also called as international trade. It may also called as international trade. These are the two classes of the trade. First one is the home trade. Home trade is also called as internal trade, as well as another class is foreign trade, is also called as external trade, as well as it is also called as international trade. In home trade, it is again classified into two subtypes, that is wholesale trade and retail trade. Wholesale trade and retail trade. In case of foreign trade, these are sub classified into three subtypes. First one is import trade, another one is export trade, and third one is entrepot trade. Entrepot trade. Now we will move to next for what is mean by home trade or internal trade. Internal trade is the sale or exchange of goods. Internal trade is sale and exchange of the goods within the boundaries of a country. As I am in India, and if I am selling or buying or exchanging of goods, but within the boundaries of my country, means if I am buying certain goods as well as selling that goods as well as exchanging these goods in India only, then it will called as internal trade. The definition of internal trade is the sale and exchange of the goods within the boundaries of a country is called as internal trade. Now the internal trade having a two subtypes, wholesale trade and retail trade. Wholesale trade and retail trade. What is mean by wholesale trade? That is buying goods from producer in large quantity. Wholesale Wholesaler is responsible for buying the goods from producer in large quantity and selling them to the retailer in small quantity. Then this is called as wholesale trade. Wholesaler buying large quantity from the producers and sells in small quantity to the retailer, known as wholesale trade. Then retail trade. Whatever the supply received from the wholesaler is distributed to the consumer in small quantity. This is called as the retailer. Okay, so these are the two subclasses of the home trade. And in the channel you have got an idea that first producer produces or industry produces the goods, then it is distributed to wholesaler, and from the wholesaler these are purchased by the retailer to sell it to the consumer. Okay, means in short, wholesaler trade means he purchases the goods from the industry in large quantity and distributed or sells that goods in small quantity to retailer. And after, what is the function of a retailer? Whatever he purchased goods from wholesaler, he distributes or he sells that goods in small quantity to consumer. So this is called as a, these are the two different subtypes or subclasses of home trade. Now move towards international trade, foreign trade or it is also called as a external trade. What it means? Okay, first, it is international trade means what? The sale and exchange of goods among different countries. If I am selling goods whatever manufactured by me to other than my own country, that is, if as I am in India, if I am manufacturing certain goods and if I am selling these goods outside of the India, means other than my country, means if I am selling these goods to uh, to Nepal, to America, or to any other country other than India, then it will called as international trade, foreign trade, as well as external trade. Next we will see its classification of international trade, and here you can see there are three subclasses of international trade. First one is import trade, another is export trade, and third one is intraport trade. What is meant by import trade? The purchasing of goods from the supplier of foreign country. If I am purchasing goods from the supplier who are in other than my country, if I am purchasing certain goods from another country's supplier, then it will called as import trade. मीन्स मैं सिर्फ परचेस ही कर रहा हूँ मेरे कंट्री में फ्रॉम द सप्लायर ऑफ अनदर कंट्री, then it will called as import trade. And if I am selling the goods from my country, that is from India, to another country, then it will called as export trade. If I am selling the home goods to the foreign countries, then it will called as export trade. The next one is entrepot trade, that is, if I am purchasing the goods from one country and if I am selling the same goods to another country, then it will called as entrepot trade. For example, if I am purchasing certain goods from America and if I am selling these same goods to the Nepal, then this will called as entrepot trade. This will called as entrepot trade. So this is the classification of trade. First we will going to revise it. Trade, these are classified into two classes: home trade and foreign trade. Home trade is also called as internal trade and foreign trade is also called as external trade. Home trade, these are again subdivided into two subclasses: wholesale trade, retail trade. And foreign trade is divided into sub classes as import trade, export trade, entrepot trade. Okay, now we will move towards the advantages of foreign trade. Advantages of foreign trade or external trade, or it is also called as advantages of international trade. First advantage is foreign exchange. Foreign exchange, if I am able, if I am selling the goods to another country, then definitely I am able to earn the money from that country. Means if I am selling my goods to the America, then instead or in the exchange of that goods, they will give me dollar, and by collecting that dollar I am able to purchase anything from America in the replacement of or by giving him dollar. This is means in the exchange of the goods whatever produced by me, and if I am sells that goods to the that country, means I am able to get a foreign exchange. Next one is increase in government income. If I am selling certain goods to another country, means if I am exporting goods, then definitely I have to pay certain tax to the India or Indian government. And if I am purchasing certain goods from another country, it means if I am doing import or if I am importing certain goods, then I have also pay certain tax to Indian government. Means in that way our government will able to get more income. Next one is the industrializations. If I am selling the goods in only in India, then I can or I am able to supply the goods from one industry to throughout the country. But if I am selling these goods other than India, then definitely I have to increase my production rate. And if I am increasing my production rate, then I have to go for its extension. Means indirectly industrialization will be happened. Next, benefits to the consumer. Benefits to the consumer. In that case, as I am exporting or if I am importing certain goods in India, then definitely our consumers will get more choices. They will get more or good quality product. Okay, so these at reasonable price, and this is the benefits to the consumer. Means customer get more choice to purchase, uh, then consumer will get good quality product, etc. And they will get the good quality product at a reasonable price. The next, cultural development. Means if I am exporting certain goods to another country, as well as if I am importing certain goods from another country, then definitely cultural development may be happen. The next, export of excess production. If whatever produce whatever the products produced by by my industry or by myself, if they are excess in India, then I am able to sell it to another country. Means I am able to export it to the another country, then excess export मैं उसको कर सकता हूँ. Means whatever the excess production is there, I can able to export it. Then next, availability of all types of goods. If some products are not available in India, then by importing it through another country, I am able to make it available to all consumers. Means all kinds of products will be available in one country. Okay, so this is one of the major advantage of the foreign trade. The next, more profit. If I am selling the goods in India, as well as if I am selling the goods outside of the India, then definitely I will get a more income. Means I will get or I am able to earn more profit. So these are the different advantages of foreign trade. As there are some advantage, disadvantage are also there. First one is mutual dependence. The dependence in the trade on other countries sometimes creates a serious problem. It may creates a serious problems. Then next, shortage of goods in a country. To earn more profit, I will sell it or I will export to the another country, then definitely it may occur or there may be a shortage in uh, our country. Then next, incentive to colonization. It may happens a colonization. Then means international trade encourages colonization. The developed countries always try to grab and rule underdeveloped countries, and foreign trade is a tool for doing that. Next, exploitation. There is no country in the world which can meet all its requirement on its own, and as this dependence leads to the exploitation of developing countries by the developed countries. There are too many of underdeveloping countries as well as they are going to be developed. So as they are going to be developing countries, they may be exploited by the developed countries. Next one is bad effect on economy. Bad effect on economy. One country affects the economy of other countries through international trade. It also affects on economy. Next one is effect on culture. Effect on culture. There are so many goods which are not suitable in accordance with our culture and traditional. The import of these goods affects our culture and civilizations. It affects on our culture as well as civilization. Next, fear of dumping. Fear of dumping. The developed countries starts selling their products at very low price. As a result, the industries in the underdeveloped countries close down. Industries what are present or which are present in underdeveloped countries, these are closed down. After that, they start charging higher prices, and after that they charge higher price to them. Next, foreign competition. Foreign competition. Then in that way there will be a competition to sell the goods to consumer. Means all countries will try to sell their products to every country, and in that way there will be arises foreign competition. So these are the different disadvantages of foreign trade. If you have any query, kindly contact or kindly message me. Thank you.